So what do you think, kid?
Well, after examining the body for half a dozen times, yeah, poor bastard's dead.
I don't know. Do you want to go back to the lab?
No, I haven't found a shred of evidence here that can be of use. I mean, I've searched this place from top to bottom. I can't find anything here. To be honest, I think the suspect is hiding something, though.
Oh yeah? What makes you say that?
Just look at him. Look at his face. Definitely. Oh no, what do you think?
I'm just paid to look pretty.
Really? How much you got paid?
A lot more than you.
To be honest, I'm stumped. I don't know what to do.
Do you need a hint?
Actually, yeah. Yeah, that could, yeah.
It's gonna count against you in your evaluation.
You know what? I'll take the hint. Give me the hint.
It's gonna count against you in your evaluation.
I really don't care. Just give me the hint.
Your evaluation is gonna suffer if I give you the hint.
At this point, I don't care. I just want to find this guy.
It's gonna count against you in your evaluation.
I just want to find the guy who did this, okay? You gonna give me the hint?
Do you need a hint?
Yes.
It's gonna count against you in your evaluation.
Look, I don't... Are we on the same level here?
It's gonna count against you in your evaluation.
I want a hint. That's what I'm asking of you.
Your evaluation is really gonna suffer.
I don't care. I just want the hint.
You in your evaluation. The evaluation is gonna suffer.
Are you gonna give me the hint or are you not gonna give me the hint?
Do you need a hint?
Yes!
It's gonna count against you in your evaluation.
Forget I asked. Forget I asked.
Don't you need a hint?
No!
It's gonna count it.
Sup, I'm that one guy. So hey, you ever just sit down one day, look at a wall and just think, yeah, me neither. So hey, CSI. To be honest, I've never really watched the show apart from the other episode here and there. No, on the real, I was more of a Law and Order guy. Yeah, I love Law and Order SVU. It had Ice-T and the guy from Jurassic Park. I mean, I guess it's understandable why he's working there after what happened. Here's the extent of what I know about CSI. So he's the main guy, and then this is the main chick lady, and and that's all I know about CSI. See ya, everybody. Okay, alright, to be fair, I know that CSI is the thing a lot of people are into, and I'm pretty sure this game was made for you guys. So how this game got into my hands, I have no idea. CSI, 3 Dimensions of Murder for the PlayStation 2. So immediately when you put the game in, you'll notice something that kinda makes you feel fuzzy on the inside. Yeah, there it is. Oh, Telltale Games. What? There was a time where Telltale wasn't making amazing point-and-click games? Oh yeah, remember Bone? Yeah, me neither. Those are good books though. Yeah, it makes you kind of feel good about yourself knowing that even Telltale made mistakes back in the day. So, for starters, let's investigate the story. You play as the amazing character you've probably played as in many other games, making yet another appearance in this game. Nameless new guy, doing the thing he does best, being a rookie. This time, Mr. New Guy is seeing himself working for the crime scene investigators, hoping to bring down the dirtiest and scumbaggiest criminals in Sin City. In a town of gambling, sex, and plagiarism, you are the thin line that separates the good from the bad and the bad from the worst, not letting any sick bastards get away with crime, not if New Guy's got anything to say about it. And he doesn't say much. So, pretty much you're solving crimes with the cast of the Las Vegas show, investigating different cases, each one with a different partner. There are a total of 5 cases in this game, plus a bonus one if you have the PS2 version like me. Each one depicts a murder that you answer to, going with your investigating buddies to all crime scenes. For example, the first case you get, you're with this dude, and you're solving the brutal murder of this woman at an art gallery. So you talk to Squeamy McShifty Eyes over here, who clearly doesn't look like he's a guy to hold off information. Indeed, he will give me any and all information that I ask him. Okay, yeah. Of course he's not going to give me everything right from the get-go. That's the whole point of an investigative game. So you pretty much walk around figuring out everything and anything that could be used for any kind of clue. And for the most part, there's really nothing wrong with any of the investigating going on here. You get what you need from the body, all that you can from the crime scene and anybody there, and then you head back to the lab for further analysis. Now at first, the game really does capture all the details of examining a crime scene, from taking pictures of the victim to collecting all kinds of minuscule things that don't really seem important. For all the really important things, your partner has always got some kind of remark to say.
Well, if a picture's worth 1,000 words, we got several thousand here telling us what went down.
Truly a television gem of a line. But hey, what do I know? I'm just some guy from the internet. You have all kinds of tools to use at your disposal, split up into 2 different categories, collection and detection. Collection is just what you'd expect, cotton swabs, tweezers, and dismembered butler hands. Detection objects are the best ones though, all kinds of sprays to bring out the best out of those couch stains. Look at that, it's like a reverse Febreze, I love it. Oh, and that spinny brush thing. I love that little spinny brush. Look at it spins. I love it. You also get the chance to go down to the lab in the morgue to find more evidence, and examine all kinds of stuff you've picked up from the crime scene. The more evidence you collect and the suspects you talk to get marked down in what's called the suspect's trinity. This helps you keep track of what evidence points to which suspect, and once you've got enough evidence, this dude's gonna hit up a judge. No, seriously, he hits up a judge.
Once you've got enough evidence, I'll hit up a judge.
I like him. He doesn't take shit from nobody. Also, make sure you don't drop your life preserver because there's a lot of semen in this game. I don't think that this is a game that CSI fans won't like from the start. It's got the cast of characters they know from the show, the location transitions, and those small little nuances you get from the crime scene as you piece it together. But this is where the negatives start to rear their heads. The game slows down fast. The main reason it does so is because of its controls. They are so clunky, so slow, and so stiff, they start to wear on you real fast. I'll admit, I wasn't a fan of this show when I started playing it, but I was enthusiastic about it because of this attention to detail that it presented. But the more I played, the more of my enthusiasm died down. I mean, it's one of those games where you can really feel that sluggishness, you know? It starts to do away with the novelty the game's trying to go for. That's why when the game does this, Jesus, it kinda jolts you awake for a few seconds because man does it get boring. And to make note of, again, I am playing the PlayStation 2 version of this game, as this was the console port from the original PC game. While I haven't played the PC version, it looks way easier to play than it does on console. It's a given that point and clicks work so much better on PC than they do on consoles. Because what do you point and click with on a console? It just doesn't make any goddamn sense. In the PC version, you're pretty much grounded and can navigate the environment a lot better. So if you're stumped, you can just resort to... On the PS2, you get free reign to walk around, and that's not really a good thing. It makes the tinier details a lot harder to spot, even harder when your environment is mostly dark and you can't see anything. I mean, you can't even turn up the brightness in the game, trust me, I've tried. And this is where the testament of how much you give a damn about this game really comes in. Now call me lazy, but I know that you will feel the same way about this as I do. I mean, when you're asking me to get up from my seat after God knows how many hours I just spent to mess around with my TV settings just so I could turn the brightness all the way up so I could find that tiny insignificant thing in the center of the room, turn the settings back to normal, get back to my seat and continue sludging through this game until the next... It really grinds my gears. But what really pisses me off is when the game has the gall to do this.
A good idea to be thorough, but nothing's there.
You know, thank you for your compliments. I'm flattered, really. Shut the hell up, damn it! I'm trying to solve this goddamn case, and you're not helping out one bit. What, don't you care? Are you gonna help me? That's another thing that bothers me. The partners. Like I said before, each case pairs you up with a different partner, and while they might house the personalities of their TV counterparts, they don't really do anything to add to the gameplay. If anything, they're there to just say the lines that new guy can't and hold your hand through the game. Don't dismiss that last part. You're gonna need them to hold your hand when you're stumped, and trust me, you'll get stumped. They're willing to give you a hint, but they warn it'll count against your final score on the case. But at that point in the game, you're not gonna care at all. But it's just weird when you do ask them, I mean, especially this first guy.
Hey, do you need a hint?
Why are you whispering? You okay, boss?
I've updated your case file with a hint.
Why can't you just tell me? Is there something going on that you're not telling me? Or are you gonna get shot if you tell me? Are we being watched? Oh god, what did I get myself into? Dan, get over here. I've updated your case file with a hint. They're watching us right now. They can't know. They can never know. Speaking of hand-holding, remember that cool kit of tricks I talked about? Well, it's a bit of a hand-holder too, as the game pretty much tells you what tool to use and when. Not a big factor, but it's one of those things that just kind of irks me. I don't know, I feel like it kind of blots the experience. And if you're thinking, psh, you're just playing it on the medium difficulty, just crank it up to hard, dude. Yeah, okay. When you try playing this game on the hard difficulty after all I just told you, let's see how long you last. If you can beat this game, the PS2 port of CSI, with the highest score on the hard difficulty, all of the cases plus the bonus one, I will come to your house and let you slap me in the face for as long as you want. Because that is impossible. It might sound like there aren't that many cases, but with how much time it takes you to get through just one, it can be the longest thing ever. And you can ask for all the hints in the world, but what enjoyment are you really getting out of that in a game that's supposed to be about putting your own detective skills to the test? And I know that is what Telltale wants you to do in this game, and it's very difficult to do because it just gets so boring. It gets to a point where I'm really trying to keep that drive, that spirit. And it's just, I'm really trying to like this game, but I know I shouldn't do that. You shouldn't try so hard to like a game when it does so much to turn you off. Despite some of my nitpicks, I think we can all agree that on the whole, this game isn't a bad game, even on the PS2. It just wasn't executed that well on the PlayStation 2. A point and click like this is much better off on the PC where it was meant to be played. So if you're interested in any of these CSI point and click adventure games, they're much better had on the PC. While it is a nice gesture of the developers to bring the games over to the consoles, it just doesn't work as well as it does on the PC. And for the record, this goes to show that PC is clearly the superior platform. Are you satisfied now? Oh, okay, I see how it is. Alright, that's gonna be alright, fine. I'm glad we understand each other. I'm that one guy, and I'm gonna be investigating if there's something else in the fridge. Didn't get me that time, you ass. I was seeing it this time. Do you need a hint about what to do next? I've updated your case file with a hint. Hurry up, please.
Hey man!
Fucking